Welcome to M Squared TechCast.
So anyway, yes, let's introduce Penny. Now, this may be the first time that our troll audience, we're under the bridge, has heard of Penny. She and her husband run Northern Specialty Health and been doing that forever, right?
Yeah, we started in 2013.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, medical marijuana is what you started with. And,
Right.
You still have medical marijuana because I get your information, and I don't think they've okayed recreational marijuana up in your neck of the woods yet, have they?
They have not.
Okay.
No, we are patiently waiting.
So where are you located physically?
We are in Houghton.
Oh, okay.
In the Keweenaw.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
Only 500 miles away.
It's farther from
Yeah.
here than is Washington, D.C. I learned that factoid years ago.
Yes. So, but she does do CBDs and all sorts of other stuff. And right now, because she's closed off her lobby to folks coming in because of the COVID-19 situation, she's doing curbside sales. I don't know if you're doing home delivery yet. Are you doing home delivery?
We are not doing home delivery at this time. The majority of our patients travel from outside of what our potential delivery radius could be. So we're not considering it at this moment. Just because we pull people from 2 hours in every direction, we can't possibly deliver that far out.
It's too bad Grubhub or something wouldn't let you do that, right?
I know.
It's almost like an entrepreneur should figure out a way to do that. But all those unemployed, all those not working students at
Michigan Tech.
Michigan Tech,
Yeah.
you can. Of course, that'd be a heck of a long delivery, 2 hours, right? So be big.
Right, 2 hours one way is approximately. Yeah, people come from really far away, so but they're super happy that we have Curbside and it's working out well. We closed our lobby on Saturday, just because it was making me nervous on Friday because we do pull people from every direction of the UP. It just felt like it was the right thing to do. But the curbside's going great. Our sales have not decreased at all. Everybody's just very thankful that we're open and that we're able to serve them at all.
Yeah, because right now, as you know, this morning the governor said that shelter at home is in place for at least the next 3 weeks, unless you have an essential. Now, I've checked. I asked the Michigan Marijuana Regulatory Association to clarify this morning, right after the announcement, whether cannabis would be considered an essential kind of thing because it reduces anxieties. And as of yet, they haven't responded to me. But as soon as I get the word on that, I'll be sure to let everybody know. But I would be kind of surprised if they said no. But who knows? Stranger things.
Yeah. They did send an email. So their MRI sent an email clarifying it, and they did say that adult use and medical are both essential, but that we have to close off our lobbies.
Oh, okay.
So if it's in the government
sense.
subscription emails, it just came out. I shared a poster, showed a picture of it on our Northern Specialty Health page and in the MCP Facebook group.
Okay.
But it does say that all in-person transactions are prohibited, and it has to be curbside or delivery. But it does say that medical and rec can both stay open, but no one's allowed to come in.
Well, that makes perfect sense. So, I mean, I'm happy for the industry because it's been, as you know, not so much for you because you've been around a long time, but for many of your compatriots, it's been a really rugged start for a variety of reasons.
For the recreational end of it, yeah.
And now this, so.
Right.
Well, I mean, all we need to have Go ahead.
I'd imagine a lot of people are going to be scrambling to figure out how to manage with their lobbies closed, But it's possible to do it. You just have to figure out a way to have people either call ahead or order online and then figure out a waiting system in your parking lot or, along the curb.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Drive-through lane.
Why don't you tell these folks, we'll use you as an example. You're one of the early pioneers of this. What would you tell your partners in this business out there that have provisioning centers, how they can handle this?
Well, we are kind of basic and old school. We don't even have online ordering set up yet, but we have an iPad. We're working on Weed Maps getting that set up. But otherwise, right now, we're just doing the old school call us, and they call us. They tell us what they want. We're able to check them into the POS system and validate them in metric. And then when they pull up, we verify their cards, that they have them with them, and that they say who they are. And then we can just make the transaction in the parking lot. It's simple. It's working out quite well. It's kind of
That's how it used to happen.
Yes, it still does.
It
Still does
funny.
in many places. Yes, but
Yeah. Everybody's chuckling about it because we're doing deals in the parking lot essentially, but it's because the MRA is thankfully allowing us to do that. Otherwise, these people would have nothing.
Yeah,
Well,
you ought to get like a 77 Thunderbird out there or something to make it look right or something.
hey man,
Right,
like
I
pull
know.
up to my window and
Yeah,
I'll hand
right.
it to you.
Right. It's kind of funny, but I'm thankful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, of course,
Yeah.
there's I'm not sure how many, a couple dozen, I think, recreational marijuana facilities are now open. Clearly not in the UP, but down here, particularly in Ann Arbor, I think we got at least a half a dozen or so open. So essentially, you would recommend they do the same procedure. But they might have online sales as well going, right?
Yeah, online sales would probably, it would obviously keep your phone less tied up. You know, if people could online,
I was gonna
if
say,
they could
how many-
submit their orders online, then it doesn't require a staff member to take that information over the phone and then potentially lose another phone call that's coming in the meantime.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how many incoming lines do you have, and have you increased
We've
those?
only have one right now, but
Oh.
we're having to put people on hold.
Okay.
And then we had a landline issue this morning where all the landlines went out. So, of course,
Oh my
like
God!
the third day when we're telling everyone to call ahead and the phones weren't working, but they seem to be working now. Something to do with our local, I don't know what happened, but
So
of course it happens.
if
today.
someone doesn't call ahead, can they knock on your door and talk to someone through a sliding glass window or something? Or how, is that possible?
Yeah, if somebody does not call ahead, that's also happening. They're just pulling up. We have a sign on the door that says knock, but we have a staff member watching the parking lot, and then we'll just go out to your car and take your order.
Ah,
Just like a drive-in, pen and
Okay.
paper.
you got to
Yeah.
put them on roller
Yeah.
skates. Put them on roller skates and have them skate
Yeah.
out. You know?
Yeah, the weather's not quite right for that yet.
Especially
but,
where she is.
maybe
No.
soon. But,
Yeah, but we're so thankful. It's 38 degrees right now today, and it is not snowing,
all
So
right.
at least it's
about the
not
same as here,
January or February. We're looking at doing this coming into May, or into April and maybe even longer or whatever, but we're glad that the weather is not terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Talk
night.
a little bit about how you're treating your staff during this period. Have you had to let anybody go, or have you increased wages? I know some places have.
Yeah, no, we did increase. We increased wages starting the last 2-week pay period. We gave everybody a $2 raise per hour for hazard pay. I have no idea what the national norm is or what would be expected, but we just figured that was appropriate, and the staff was extremely thankful. We haven't had to decrease our hours yet, and we haven't had to limit hours, but looking at our April schedule and now with what Whitmer said today, we may have to cut a few hours to try to make sure that we only have essential staff there. Like when people were coming in, sometimes we would have 4 people on staff, but we may have to cut that back down to 3 because we don't have the traffic coming in looking at the retail items like we did in the past.
Well, and you don't have people, just sort of browsing and asking questions either if you don't have a lobby, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to get you
So-
fixed up with one of our
Yeah.
people that can improve your website and give you that e-commerce ability, and that would certainly solve a lot of problems, right?
Yeah, that would be very nice. Trying to wrap my brain around it all between that and maybe delivering and everything else that's going on. But yeah, cash is definitely a carrier of germs, and that's what we're forced to use right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. I hope. Assuming your people probably wearing medical gloves at this point or something.
We do have gloves. They can use them if they want to. Actually, we're a collection spot for fabric also. One of our staff members is a sewist. And there's going to be a shortage of these fabric masks that go over the N95 mask just to try to prolong those ones.
Right.
So we have one of our staff, we're a collection site for fabric. So we have fabric coming in, and one of our staff members is actually going to use her time at the store because we're slower. She's going to cut the patterns.
Right.
And then she's going to sew those at home. But I'm just trying to keep everybody employed. And if she can come to our store and cut fabric masks that are going to help our hospital workers, I'm all for it.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
What other
But we do.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what other
No, I was
lessons
just
are you
gonna-
learning here from this? I mean, this is total chaos now, and everyone's doing it on the fly. But what other recommendations would you make, I guess, to other folks out there with provisioning centers?
I would say don't wait. Just do it now. Whitmer already said that we have to do this. But, treat your staff well, treat your patients well. Don't freak out, just do the best you can to get us all through this. And make sure that the patients have medicine, and that's the most important part.
Yeah, particularly the CBD stuff. Are you still selling that, right?
We are. So we're taking CBD orders over the phone, too. One of our staff members actually sold a grinder in the parking lot the other day because somebody pulled up and he needed a grinder. So she came in, she brought out 3 or 4 grinders to show him, and he selected the one he wanted. And we're still selling CBD tinctures, gummies, everything, because people, just because they don't have a medical card, they're still coming in to our store for those kinds of products. So they can still call ahead and get that, or they can pull up and knock, and we'll come outside and take their orders. Because to them, that CBD is essential just as much as the medical marijuana is.
Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
I was just curious. So, what do you see as the prospects? I can get that.
Neither of us can talk today, right?
Yeah, the prospects for the industry overall in the UP. The recreational side and the other stuff.
Well, we are way behind everybody else in comparison to the locations that have even opted in or that even allowed medical, and especially adult use. We don't have any licensed grows up here producing yet. There have been some licensed grows that are licensed, but I don't know if they've necessarily had product on the shelves. So we're behind a little bit. We don't have the numbers that they have downstate in regards to products or stores.
How is supply? Are you getting enough supply in to handle demand?
Yeah, we're doing okay with supply. Luckily, I think because we started buying licensed products so early on in this game, we were able to get good relationships with some of these growers. So we have not run out of any product. And I did get confirmation also today that the transporters are still allowed to transport. So we'll be placing another order soon. And we'll just have, our transport people bring it up from downstate.
Yeah, absolutely. I know of at least a half a dozen of those. Most of them have been on this show at one time or another, I think. So.
Yeah.
All right.
They've all been very wonderful to work with, all of them that we have.
Okay.
All right. So you do have a product catalog online, even though people can't order online, correct?
Yeah, we do. The medical products are listed on Weedmaps and on Leafly.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at getting the online ordering of medical products on Weedmaps set up. And on our website, we do have our T-shirts on there and sweatshirts. And I don't know if I think we have some CBD listed on there, but not all of it. But if anybody has any questions, just call or email, and the staff is always willing to answer any questions.
All right, why don't you give those numbers and that website address, and then
and the email too.
And the email.
Okay, sure. For email, it's northernspecialtyhealth@gmail.com.
Okay.
And our website is www.northernspecialtyhealth.com. And our telephone number is area code 906-523-5122. And we're also on Instagram. We have a Facebook group. We're on Twitter. We can be found pretty much anywhere.
Okay. Thanks very much, Penny Milkey. Good luck to you, and stay safe up there from Northern Specialty Health.
Thank you.
Traditional four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life. But LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs, too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.